Hello.
Hello.
To the Catalyst School how to propose workshop, or maybe it's a presentation. However, I'm not gonna only show presentation this time. I do go over it quickly, but I want to end up in the idea scale and go through the proposal questions and see how do you submit the proposal and talk about what you write into it. And so let me quickly start. I will share my report link, so you can also actually follow along or add notes and take it with you once the session ends.
Thank you.
So in this session, I'm going to talk about a little bit Cardano Project Catalyst. So these slides will be there to show you the stages and roles and what it's for. Then a bit of Catalyst School, probably. So in this Catalyst School, there's like a lot of people who support ideas and proposers and community advisors and all of these relevant roles and which come to this ecosystem. The Catalyst School is made of these people who want to support and make it and document all of that kind of that's resources and help to onboard. So as you know, when you go to town halls, you will see like the Catalyst project is lacking documentation, and here a lot of people come to improve that documentation and share it with the newcomers and also existing people, because the system does change a lot and we try to keep it up to date. And today we're gonna go through how to write the proposal, and hopefully it's an excellent proposal, a good one, which will get funded. Yeah, and finally, pretty much I'm gonna show you through the idea scale how to do the submission. I will show the idea scale later, so we'll skip this slide. We'll skip the school, a bit talked about it. Where does the money come from? I think that's could be another topic, but quickly, the treasury is on a chain, and it's like a big pile of money. That's what I call it, that's why it is an innovation fund. Right now, it's, let's say, around 500 million. And every time we send ADA to each other, make a transaction or send NFT or something where we pay fee, some portion of that fee will go to the treasury. And this is how it is kind of evolving, that we create these kinds of products and services where we do these kinds of transactions between each other, transfer value, and from that value transferring, we accumulate more treasury, which we can spread and share and distribute around the community. And so it's like a circle of life in this sense. We will go to our challenges. I'm gonna skip that slide because when I open idea scale, we will see all of that information. Some information about the roles. So we as a proposers, these are the ones who create the ideas, who create the proposals and put them on the idea scale. And another role is CA and VCAs who look at these proposals and help you to improve them, give you constructive feedback, and give you some insight of how could you partner up with existing projects, or to look some kind of other alternatives, or add some like risk adjustments. So basically, they're the team you don't have, but they will help you to move along on your idea and on your vision. Proposer mentors are people, for example, like me, who help to write these proposals or help to onboard people. And there is a lot of these in this ecosystem. And basically, entire Catalyst School is comprised of proposal mentors. I added a link here to the mini proposal workshops, which is tomorrow, same time, where we go directly into writing a problem statement and the solution, and show you the entire process, how to ideate a proposal. And of course, there are the voters. So once your proposal is in, there are community advisors go and you rate it, and then the voters will do the final decision by voting with their ADA on the ideas and proposals they want to succeed. Referrals are people who bring people to this community. So if you have a friend who has a great idea or has a project or already is working on something useful, and you will see value that, hey, maybe he should join and collaborate with the Catalyst community, you bring him in, and you can let him know, hey, when you create your proposal, put my name in there as a referral. So if he does get funded, you will get a portion of, there is a different pool set aside for referrals to get also like a monetary ADA reward for bringing these new people in who get funded. Finally, there are challenge teams. These are the people who help to like guide you in this challenge you choose. Because you put your proposals under challenge. So, for example, on-chain gaming, or where it's more about like gaming specific, or a legislative, I don't remember the names, but we will go over them. But basically all of these challenges have their own team, and they help to guide these proposals under them. And they also give insight of what they're looking for this in challenges. So you might have seen some insight sharing workshops, or when you were in last town hall, you saw them give a quick brief to their challenge. And after you get funded, you will also be meeting with them to execute and share the progress reports with them. And finally, D-reps are the people. They are basically also voters, but now what they do is they're like representatives for, so if you're a voter, but we have so many, like 1,000 proposals probably there, and so many challenges you don't even know about. Let's say you're not a technical person and you don't know about like the dApps integration stuff, like, okay, how it will work and is it feasible or not, what people wrote. You have the opportunity to, let's say, give 10% of your voting power, to delegate 10% of voting power to a D-rep, or the representative, who will now vote in your behalf with your voting power. But yes, always choose who you trust. And if you don't know any of the D-reps, don't vote. Like, you don't have to. This is not the place to just unknowingly share your voting power. And so yeah, so that's that. Any questions in regards of roles?
No, not really.
The next slide is about stages. So right now, insight sharing stage ended. So that was the place where you could share more ideas of like how to improve the challenge setting itself, or what are problems you see in that challenge, like what could people solve, or give insight what you are going to bring to the table, or add some solution or products what would fit or could be used for this challenge. And after we have gathered this insight, now people can start proposing their proposals. In this first week, we are looking for problem statement, title, and relevant experience, and brief of solution. And that would be enough for now to get it in raw, so people would already see what you're on about, and they could already start like asking questions, guide you, or have more ideas like how to improve your proposal. And then the next 2 weeks are there to refine it and to make it to answer all these questions and make sure it's compact and well made. Once the proposal is final, you reach the finalizer stage and it ends, you can no longer edit your proposal. And then the CAs will come and start rating them, how impactful it is, how visible it is, and how auditable it is. Once that is done, you have the opportunity to go through these assessments, see what is good rationale, and or if somebody is like, oh, this is good proposal, I like it, 555, gives you maximum rating. And I would encourage you to flag these assessments because we are looking for actual assessments, not cheerleading or observing. So if they say, this proposal has a project breakdown, this proposal has explained their impact, this is also not assessing. Assessing is something which gives you ability to improve your proposal or more insight how to coordinate with people, or like how to again improve your proposal. So look for assessments which actually help the idea itself or you as a proposer. And once the flagging is done, then the VCAs come in. They usually first look at the flag reports, and this is also good analytical data. If like a lot of assessors get flagged, then it's easier for VCAs to spot these and check if these assessors are like following the community guidelines how to assess proposals, and we can start on focusing on the good community advisors who do very well good work, and we pretty much add like, do we filter it out? Is it a good assessment or excellent assessment? And we are choosing for excellent assessments because they get the most reward, and we want to encourage and to find people who do excellent work, because this is how we kind of grow and educate our like iteratively our community knowledge and how to assess and how to improve ideas. And finally, we reach to the voting stage where we do this voting with application. We put our ADA where we see the future. A good example of writing proposals. So here is a snippet of voting results. So you can see here over 200 million ADA was voted, said yes, this the Catalyst school, the thing we're doing here, these workshops, it's a great idea. And 40 million or almost 50 million ADA was sent, not needed right now, or not good idea. But because it was 10% over, there was more yes votes than no votes, then we got like this, we went onto the funding threshold, and also because there was funds remaining was 57,000, so there was enough funds remaining in this challenge, and we asked less than the funding amount. We was able to get the money to start building these kind of courses. And here is the quick link to the proposal itself, so you will see what we wrote and what encouraged the voters to vote for it, and the community advisors to add rating to it. Yeah, a little bit of CPAs, so they look at impact, feasibility, and clarity. Once we go into the proposals, we can go more deeply into that. Link to all of the Discord channels, Telegram channels, and yeah, so Discord and Telegram channels if you use any of these social media platforms. And this is it for the slides. My next step would be go to the idea scale itself and pretty much navigate to the proposal making and then go through proposal form. But before we go there, any questions related to the process?
I don't really think I have any deep question, because I kind of get the idea, but yeah, just how to make the proposal good is what I'm missing, I think.
So this is the landing page. It automatically logged me in. So if you are the first timer, you also have to make an account. It requires your email, and that's it. You will find here the components you can choose. So these are the challenges what community picked, what the direction of what we want to see. Like developer ecosystem, like building developers. Since we have one person here, maybe do you have any challenge you want to suggest we could start with?
I like the Gamers Unchained one.
Okay. Let's take it in. So once you find the challenge you like feel like you could align with, or you already have an idea and you kind of you see a fit in that kind of challenge. So the first main question is like, what blockchain gaming applications should be developed to achieve mass adoption of Cardano? So in this direction, we will, the community wants to know what kind of gaming and games we would need in this kind of environment. You can go over the compilation brief. I guess I will read it. It's not that long here. We need to increase brand awareness of Catalyst amongst the entrepreneur gaming community and propose a way for gamers to onboard into the Cardano ecosystem through the thing they love, which is gaming. These proposals can take the form of building out Cardano-based games, a dev tool or SDK for Cardano-based game development, a blockchain layer that integrates with existing games, or anything else that prioritizes gamers on game or game developers as its end user. So basically, it's quite the overall scenario where you can include from creating the infrastructure for gamers or making a game itself, or helping to market games, or to market the way to get developers to Cardano. There are 2.5 billion gamers out there. These gamers are looking for their route into crypto in fun and rewarding way. Let's provide them a library of games and integrations to choose from, solidifying Cardano as the go-to blockchain for gaming. Let's on-chain these gamers. Why is it important? Gamers are ready to enter crypto. They just need a clear blockchain with enjoyable applications to engage in. What does success look like? Cardano becomes the go-to blockchain to develop gaming applications. Okay. The key metrics to measure: total users of gaming-based applications built on Cardano, number of gaming-based applications built on Cardano. So these are, looks like these key metrics to measure are challenge related. So it doesn't mean, so if your project addresses any of these, that would be quite valuable. But of course, you can also make your own KPIs to align with the challenge.
Is there already a pre-made list of proposals that were like, let's build this game, or is it like not really that recorded or written down?
Actually, there is, I think this is an ongoing, like again, funded, because it was in Fund 7. I remember there was also gaming related challenge. So if you go down here, maybe, okay, Fund 7, let me see if I can find it. Catalyst, Disarm, tabs, Gamers Unchained. I'm gonna make a new tab. So in the left side, you were able to find another challenge from Fund 7, which is closed. You cannot submit ideas here, but you can go and scroll down in the list of what people already suggested. Not entirely sure, but somewhere in here should be also an opportunity to find voting results. Yes, I think this is what I wanted. So in the Fund 7 voting results, you will get the PDF of people who got funded. So you could also see here is the list of all the ideas what came from, but under that, what it just showed you, the navigation of voting results, there you can find the people, find the challenge and see what kind of from these ideas who got funded. And then you can also like link back to here and read about what got them funded and what they're building. And that is for previous fund. And for this fund, on the top under the banner, you will see a navigation to the ideas. And here you will see for this fund already submitted proposals. So somebody is doing a VOP, which is TBD. There's not much information, but somebody is the pure water game. So yes, I do suggest to check if there is already similar ideas there on something you do. And once you want to submit your idea, there is a button here under the ideas tab, and this will open up the template which we should fill. And I made a picture of that in the Miro board. So I was thinking that we will go through that and add some sticky notes or some ideas when we go through this. Any questions or that related on navigating on idea scale or?
I don't think so. I gained a lot of knowledge from it actually, so it's good. But yeah.
Okay, since you picked gamers on chain, what do you have a specific idea you have in mind? Do you have a title? Do you have a problem statement? And these are like the main things we want to write. And if you don't, then could you elaborate what is your idea and why did you pick this challenge?
So basically, I love gaming. I have been doing it since I was little, and I have always, well, since the crypto thing started, there have been games, but I haven't seen many that are on the Cardano blockchain. So I want to see what kind of games are there being developed, and hopefully stream some of them and give people who would also like to see them an easy way into the games on Cardano platform. Just by like coming into the stream maybe, or looking after when it's already done, or however, but yeah, just to get eyes on it and maybe see what kind of problems they are facing that they could also be helped by people possibly finding a way to connect with it all.
Okay, from that, this was quite a good information. We don't have a proposal title yet, but this is something we just have to figure it out. In this session, we're not going to write the proposal, but I just want to go through like the entire template. And what you just said is like the problem statement in your case is like, haven't seen many games on Cardano blockchain. If you are interested, I have a mini proposal workshop, which I kind of already shilled at the beginning of the session, but in there we go like root cause analyzing into like why is the problem that you haven't seen games on Cardano, and then you kind of find your way into a better worded problem statement, which is clearly understood by voters and community advisors. But yeah, this is a place for problem statement. We already expressed that yeah, there is like a lack or need, which the challenge also said that we want to make it more like there is not enough like blockchain activity and like blockchain gaming activity especially. So you are pretty much addressing what is the challenge needs, and that's a good start to make sure that the problem statement address is solving the thing the challenge needs to be solved or is looking for. And in the solutions, you find few things that you're looking to share the games. You're also looking to try the games. So feedback, trying games and giving feedback. And then also connecting the game developers or the, basically with the audience who could have the talent to perhaps improve the game or add more assets or content or market it even more. So you got a solid solution. You just need to slightly refine it you have to fit it in 140 characters. So these are the limits. These limits come because of the mobile application when people later vote for it. And in relevant experience, right now I captured love gaming. I think passion is a good relevant experience to add. But if you have some kind of like game creating knowledge, or you already are a gamer, because I heard you streaming word, so I can already add a sticky of streaming. So if you have uploaded some streams or doing some work already on other non-blockchain related games, then adding links to that is will make it more feasible to see like, oh, okay, he's doing already and it's entertaining. And so I choose to put this kind of information here. So links to existing content you have. And before we move on, you have any questions related to these 4 sections?
And not really. I think they are covered in my head at least.
Another option which was added was a tagging. So here I cannot really show you the tags. Let me open up. What was there? I think there was a Seek developer. So if you're like looking to develop something, then you can like seek reporting, or if you want to announce stuff and you don't really know where and how, then there's option to seek help, like a Seek marketing help, seek community manager, seek blockchain dev. Or another option is like, is it gaming related? In your case, it would be a gaming related. You can choose different tags, and these tags are then help the community advisors and voters to navigate the IdeaScale platform. Because when can I cancel it? Can I cancel it? I can cancel it here. I think in here now, these are the tags these 2 proposals used, and I could see, okay, who are seeking blockchain developer? Only this, the other one is. So it's a good filtering mechanism. But I didn't see an option to create tags. Let me check again. So that may be maybe a downside, not really. So yeah, you cannot do it, but add as many tags it is related to. So just suggesting to use that feature. Website GitHub repository. So for the website, I will assume if you have like a YouTube channel where you upload it, you could add that kind of link there. If you're gaming related, you can add the code repository. If you have your own branding website, you can add that here. You don't have to. Request funds in USD. So here is once you kind of know your budget, you put it in dollars, not in ADA, and you don't have to worry about like because the currency is so fluctuating. You don't have to worry about that, because once you do get funded, it will be, you will get that money on the day with that exchange cost on that day. So it's not like, oh, right now it's 80 cents and you make your proposal, and now in 3 months it's like $2. You won't get two or three times more money for that. You will still get the same USD time, and vice versa. If it goes more down, you will still get what you asked for. Any code submitters, if somebody helps you or creates idea, or you find in PeopleLV, you can edit this submission form throughout the stages I showed you before, until at the end of final proposal finalizing stage. So whenever you find somebody, then write there their email or the IdeaScale username, and then others will also see the connections. And media, oh, here is a YouTube link. So I guess now there is 2 options, like exactly media, YouTube link, or website. Probably this media YouTube link might be for like talking about proposal in general, but not sure. Like use it the way you see fit the most. can of course add files here. And now we get to the meat of the proposal itself. So far, in related to this new stuff, I went over. Any questions there?
So let's say I make a my report, and I could put it in the website section, right?
Yes, this is how I work, where I ideate and then I put that ideation also, because it shows feasibility, it shows auditability of how you work, and people can see, okay, this is how this, then they see some work and some ideation.
Let's say it's kind of like ragtag and not like made into the perfect form it could be. Will it like take down my proposal's value, or it doesn't really matter?
Hard to say. I have seen proposers who put their white paper, which is like not related to Cardano, not related to blockchain, but in proposal they kind of say this is we want to integrate this and that, and then they use past experience. In these cases, sometimes they do take down values like, hey, it's not relevant, it's not made for Cardano, and you didn't put any effort in it. You just took 3 years old paper and shoved it in here and expecting to get like good results. So depends how to use it. But when I have used, like you should reminded, like my robots, I did pretty crappy results, like just putting ideation, like you go into Marab and you're like, whoa, what's here? I don't get it. You close the tab, but it did not reflected in score, and I haven't got the feedback, hey, that Marabot link you shared was useless. If anything, people have essentially said that, okay, there seems to be work done when I open Marabot. Like this is the only feedback I have gotten from adding more links. So if it's relevant and it's curated towards on your idea, then definitely I suggest to add everything.
Okay.
Okay. So to the impact stage, let's read. Please describe the proposed solution. So in this kind of where you go now into the detail of your idea. This could include the main features and functionality or components of the project and the audience it is intended for. What impact will this produce for the audience of user group? So as earlier, I found that you kind of want to stream it, you want to connect people and the developers and the talent, and giving feedback to the game developers itself and sharing the content of what the game developers produce. So in that in mind, you could pretty much, you explain it in this section more clearly. And it's also asked for the audience or user group you're aligned with. So in your case, it's gamers. Like, do you have any particular in your eyes, like is like Twitch streams or YouTube streams, or do you have any this kind of vision yet of who's going to watch it?
Hopefully, I would love to do it on YouTube. I think YouTube is a better platform than Twitch in sense of easier to set up, at least.
And are you like looking for like games for young people, or like shooting games, or like for teenagers, or yeah?
At the moment, the field from which you can pick the games and choose is quite small, so there's really not like a broad choice selection, but yeah, I'm down to try anything, because how do you say it?
Okay, so yeah, in this case, I would say you're looking into like having a wider audience, in a sense, like trying out easy games, just like puzzle games for perhaps kids or who just learn to math and see how it operates. They're like blockchain games, like how to put this contract together, and developer games. Then probably there are some maybe investing games, and so you have a, yeah, I understand you have like a, you don't have a specific agenda because there is a small pool to choose from. So, and you don't really tie yourself in a specific agenda. So you're happy to explore.
Exactly.
Please describe how your proposed solution will address the challenge. This could include info about how the project will align with challenge KPIs, how it will, the outcome of a project be communicated or marketed once completed. So I understood there was, yeah, you will share it in YouTube, probably in community, can help you to, hey, there is a new video. And so sharing that video around in Discord channels, in Telegram channels, in the places where this game developer communities exist.
But do you guys also use like PowerPoint documents or something like that?
Yes, or I'm not sure who or which one, or what kind of PowerPoint documents and who are you addressing?
I mean, if you're like collecting data, it's nicer to like put it in a written form somewhere, or.
Well, for starters, these are the community channels where we mingle and work on all of that, of the Gather stuff. But when we're talking about gaming, I would suggest you to find like random forums or not random, but forums related to gaming and something which is outside of this environment in order to bring people on to this environment. Hey, this here in this environment, there's a game, and you share it somewhere else and they will see, oh, that's something that's interesting. And then this is how you kind of would see. And I think that is the work you would have to do, like finding other places to share it and continuously. I have no clue how many places there are for gamers and how many forums there are.
A lot.
Probably there is a Reddit stuff which you could use. And yeah, regarding the KPI metrics, so here there are some examples you could look at. Amount of evaluation of gaming based on the amount of wallets, comments, kudos, gaming tournaments hosted, gaming-based content creators have number of gaming-based content creators that have come to Cardano. So you kind of address this. Fungible tokens, value made, number of gaming-based applications. So yeah, these are quite challenge related, and you are more as a facilitator of bringing more eyes on these games and this environment than building it itself. So not sure, you have to go through this and think about all of these questions yourself once you have finished the proposal. But what you can do is you can create your own challenges too, or maybe not anymore. This could include, yeah, this could include. So it doesn't have to, you don't have to take the challenge KPIs.
So there's kind of like a little bit of flexibility.
Yeah, but you do have, as an auditability, you still want to make it somehow show the community how well is your project doing. So in your case, I would say how many live audience you have while you stream, how many people watched your videos once the stream was uploaded, how many people contacted you, how much like feedback or views you got on specific platform where you shared this kind of like quick link to some kind of developer, and you like maybe take notes of how many times your links what you shared around were clicked. So these kinds of KPIs. And And yeah, so basically this is the way we can see how it's evolving, and is it getting better, is it stagnating, and then we can think about how could community help you to improve. And you also will see, is it taking root. What main challenges or risks do you foresee to deliver this project successfully? Please provide a short summary of main challenges or risks and your strategy to mitigate them. So yeah, here we just need your risk. So your risk is that you're if you, let's say, I'm just assuming, but let's say you're new to the space and nobody knows that you are sharing about like blockchain gaming, and people who are interested in blockchain might not find you in first place, and you might not have that outreach you're expecting. So that is like one risk. And if you come up with more, you can just add it.
So, and like to counteract, to mitigate it, I should write like, I will share the links when the stream is going up on Discord, on Telegram, and so on, right?
Yes, this you would address in the second chapter. Here you will literally just say what are the risks, and but you solve, or at least you try to solve them in different sections. So because you still bring that risk forward, so you make it clear that you understand what are your project, like the danger points, and you make it clear to others who read it and that you understand them. And I think that's where the purpose of this section, and all of these three will kind of create that impact. Any other questions related to impact, or we could move on?
Let's move on, I guess.
Feasibility. Please provide a detailed plan and timeline for delivering the solution. This could include the project roadmap, the planned milestones, plus the main deliverables and outputs of the project. And here we would probably want like a schedule. Okay, this week I'm going to look at this project, this week I'm going to look at this project. Or you don't have to even be that specific detail, but more like every week I'm going to have a project. Not sure where I look, but I have, this is the pool, I'm going to look for it. I'm starting with the proposals which are in this fund, and like we actually shared previously in Fund 7, there were some funded proposals. You could also make your way up from that and see, okay, this was funded proposal, this is how they're doing, this is what they have so far, and if possible to play. And so I'm just throwing out ideas, but that's the idea of like you plan and you share the plan to the community of how you're gonna proceed with your project. And then of course the project breakdown. So let's say streaming takes 2 hours of the game, and then few hours, it takes you like 2 hours to share it to different sources. Maybe a bit of like 10 hours project management, and maybe 2 hours or 4 hours to research where could you even post your project. So all of these things you feel like you need to do in order to put this project together, you make, at least what I do, I like, do it them like in detail, like I make them components, I estimate some time, and then you slap your price in top of that, let's say $40 per hour, and then you can calculate your total budget, and then you have a budget breakdown. And then people can argue if it's that too costly or not costly, or is something missing or not. And then please provide details of your team members. And here you can add more, because before you had only 240 characters to write your about yourself. So it's like quick catch to make people to even read your proposal. And here you would explain it further, what you're gonna do in program, and if there are other teams members, then what they're gonna do. Any questions related to feasibility?
Nope, not really.
And finally, we reached the auditability. And please describe how will you measure the progress and the development of the project. This could include quantitative indicators to track the progress of the project. So what?
So yeah, basically like views and clicks and so on, right?
Yes. Yeah, you will. Interesting. So yeah, this kind of overlaps what I said in this section, in the impact section. How will the outcomes of the project to be commented or marketed once completed? Okay, so yeah, this what I explained here actually fits in this section way more, that like, yeah, how many views and how many clicks. And this was more to who do you communicate with and where do you do it, and if there is an opportunity to compare with the challenge alignment. What does success for this project look like? And here you pretty much define your success. And if your success is like, I am very successful if there is like at least 5 people who view when I launch my stream, and maybe another success is that some people want to connect with the developer, and the gaming developer team sends you like, thank you, hey, this dude, we connected with him, we have some ideas and we're gonna make a proposal, or we're gonna create an art like this. Anything you see as a success could be written there. And please provide information on whether this proposal is continuation of previously funded project. And yeah, so if you're new, then you don't have it, but if you previously also done something like this, this is a place to add them. And finally, you can go into a Sdg Proposal Tool, which is SDG is like sustainable developer. I have to go back here because this is a picture and it's not the link. You will have the opportunity to find like the global impact alignments, and maybe there is something you are addressing. Let's open it up. Tool is made to help include SDGs in the proposal process. It may be helpful for connecting your ideas and proposals to United Nations development goals and measurable outcomes. So poverty, zero hunger, good health, quality education, gender equality, clean water, responsibility consumption, sustainability, reduced inequalities, industry innovation, decent work and economic growth, affordable clean energy, climate action, life below water, life on land, peace and justice, partnerships for the goals. I'm not sure which this specific streaming would go down to, but if you find a connection, then adding that would be also beneficial.
A bonus.
Yep. And yeah, any questions related to auditability?
Not really at the moment. I think you explained it quite well.
Proposers are the payment address. So if you don't have a wallet, it's time to get it. Here is the Shelly address is just the latest. So if you are like 2 years ago, you created the other wallet and now you realized, oh my God, I can make proposals, then you would have to update it. Its Shelly addresses are like 12 words long, I think. You can use Daedalus or any of the light wallets made by community, Nami, Game Changer, CC wallet. I don't know, there is a bunch of them. And yeah, you just put that address here, and this is where you're gonna get paid. And if you are a community advisor, you're also gonna get the rewards on that same address. And has someone referred to become a proposer? This was what I spoke earlier in this session of like, if somebody brought you in, like let's say your friend suggested to, hey, check idea scale, you could put his name here and just make sure he's not part of the project, like a co-proposer. This won't work. It has to be somebody who just gave you the means to, hey, here you can do your proposal, but he's not actually part of the team. And if you get funded, then the person who helped you to find this place, he will also get rewarded for doing so. Any question in the last two parts?
No, not really.
Yep, and this concludes.
It has been very informative. Thank you for your time.
Close recording, and we can have a chat after that.